Can a relationship recover from infidelity?
I don't know. Come listen to Dare to Be Better
With Ray and Sid. Welcome one and all to Dare to Be Better
with Ray and Sid.
How you doing, everybody?
That was something right there.
That was something right there.
Yeah.
That was powerful. I don't know what that was, but it was powerful.
It really was. Ray Powers.
Sydney Hall, you are absolutely the consummate co-host, let me tell you. Or am I the consummate co-host?
I don't know. I don't know what consummate.
Well, listen, we got that big leather-bound dictionary. We're gonna
I'm looking at it.
explore that. Consummate. We're gonna do this on the air. Okay,
Yeah,
let's just do
I'm doing
this.
it now.
It's two M's. Well, anybody who's been following the show for the past 8 weeks, you're used to this.
Could you just tell me?
Consummate, like complete.
Oh yeah.
Fully, yeah. Just like you're the consummate co-host. You're just the ultimate. You're just soup to nuts, top to bottom.
I don't get that either. You need to stop all your head soup to nuts. What the crap does that mean?
Soup to nuts. The soup course to the nuts. You never finished your meal with nuts?
No, never in my...
Good night. Show's over. It's a wrap. I'm going home.
Never in my entire life have I ever heard that or even thought about finishing a meal with nuts.
That's the expression. What can I tell you? I mean, I don't think, come to think of it, you know what? At those Italian weddings, those terrible Jordan almonds that they have on the table. Jordan almonds. Well, you're not Italian. Jordan almonds are basically like these candy-coated almonds, and they're terrible. I don't know anybody who actually likes them.
No, I think
with the pastel color.
Yeah.
You like those? We used to throw them at each other, and they hurt.
I think I like them,
with those.
and they kind of have a crunch to them.
A crunch.
I love that.
You could break a molar on those things.
Oh my gosh, I love them, and they have a little
can have
sweetness.
Mine. A little sweetness, maybe.
They're so good.
Compared to a mothball.
Oh, they are so good.
Oh, I hate those things. You're the one that likes them. You're the reason they keep making them. Wow, you're the person.
I think they're so good. I really do.
You may be the only person in America who likes those.
Really?
Which wouldn't surprise me. You standing alone among 340 million people. I'm not surprised.
Oh, gosh.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, my laws. I don't even know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening. It's been 8 weeks, and good Lord. Are you having fun, people? Because, you know.
I am.
I am, too.
Okay.
Because if you're not having fun, you know, fun
No
is...
bueno.
No.
No bueno to you.
We'll just go, we'll do an archery class or something online. We'll have videos on, you know, instructional how to bake a cake, right? We could do that.
Right. Since I have never, ever in my life baked a cake.
Can you shoot an arrow? How you?
Do you know what I can do?
What can you do?
I can throw, okay.
Axe.
Yes, I can throw an axe.
Wow, that scares the living bejesus out of me.
Yeah, I can throw an axe and I can hit the center over and over.
Note to self: don't piss off your co-host.
I can't even believe I can do that, actually.
Well, now,
I don't know.
With that knowledge, you know that the last couple of weeks we've kept to our word, and we have taken your email, and we pick a topic every week, mostly at random. And this back-to-back, it's pretty funny because last week we talked about open relationships. This week, it's the darker side of extracurricular activity. Deb from Roanoke wrote in and said...
From where?
Roanoke, Virginia.
Roanoke. Roanoke?
Roanoke.
Never heard of it.
Don't tell Deb. She'll be offended.
Sorry, Deb.
I've been through Roanoke. It's beautiful.
Okay.
More toward the eastern part of the state, I believe.
Okay.
But
fine.
You can get there everything from 81 and then you shoot off and it's Virginia.
Fine. Okay.
You're from the other side of the U.S. It's understandable.
Okay.
You've been to New York now.
I have. And I stirred it up. Oh, man, I stirred it up.
Causing trouble?
Love it.
Well, we're going to cause some trouble tonight, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe we'll straighten some stuff out. I don't know.
I don't know.
But Deb from Roanoke wanted to know if a relationship can recover from cheating. One party, both parties. Is it possible to redeem a relationship when there has been infidelity?
Interesting.
That is an interesting topic.
All right. So, are you going to ask me? Ask me.
Well, Sid, what is your take on this? First of all, do you have an opinion? Let's not assume that
there's the right question.
Right. Let's not assume you have any input on this. Because if you don't, you can simply say, I'll pass, Mr. Game show host. But knowing I'm a betting man, I'm going to hold back one of my chips and bet the rest of my house saying, you probably have something to say about this.
Yes,
See,
I do.
I would have won.
I did.
I should have bet it all.
Yeah, you should have.
Well, fire away.
Okay.
What is your take on this? Can a relationship of any type, marriage, monogamous, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't know.
Whatever else.
Can it recover when one or more parties are unfaithful?
I think it depends on the individual, maybe the individual who cheated, as well as the individual who was cheated on. But it also depends on the actions in which that person who cheated takes, I think. So, for example, if somebody cheats and I see that they are sincere, they are choosing to take ownership, responsibility, and then they on their own, they're not being pushed or maneuvered or coerced. Is that how you say that word?
Coerced.
Okay, fine.
Or coerced?
Coerced?
Coerced.
I can never say it. Why would I use it if I can't say it? Okay, it doesn't matter. So
You don't coerce people. That's good news.
Okay. So if you aren't being maneuvered and that individual chooses on their own to go get help.
You're not manipulated in any way.
Correct. To find balance, to figure out what caused that, then I think, as well as the person who was cheated on, needs some help because they're going to need help to find forgiveness, to just move forward, right? I think that I think you can find some balance. And sometimes if the person who cheated is taking ownership and the person who was cheated on is forgiving,
right,
those two things have to go hand in hand, then I think you can move on. But if one can't be taking ownership and the other doesn't have forgiveness, or vice versa, right? One has forgiveness, but the other one won't take ownership.
Right. They dig in their heels and they just,
There's no saving it.
Right. I have to agree. I mean, I know I should have a counter on this, but, people are different, and I guess there are different severities, and everyone's different. Like, I'm going to handle it different than somebody else. I might say, well, all right, you screwed up. Yeah, it sucked. You probably shouldn't have done it, but hey, things happen. And then there are some people where it's going to traumatize them into almost PTSD. And because they just can't unsee certain things in their head. Maybe they're imagining certain things. And imagine if somebody asks you for like details and you're like, you don't really want details. And they go, no, I'd rather know everything. And then they know everything and they can't unsee, unhear, unlearn.
No.
So that would probably drive somebody who is more sensitive into a loony bin phase at that point.
Okay. I'm just going to direct it to you.
Okay.
All right. So if you were cheated on,
okay,
how do you personally handle that?
Well, it's happened to me. I think it's probably happened to everybody. I'm assuming, maybe not, but I think a lot of people can relate. One time I was very young and it was a good friend of mine.
That cheated.
Well, it was the girl I was with, and then it was with a good guy friend of mine.
Okay.
A brother, And at first, I knew she was doing something, but when I found out it was him, I was like, oh, come on, man. You of all people.
Right.
And right away he got defensive. He's like, wait. And he knew I kind of had a, background in, ring skills. And I'm like, look, at first you're like, oh, damn it. But then he's like, he turned it around. He was really good and smooth. Okay. I probably learned a little too much from this guy. Okay, I have to admit, but
oh shoot. Okay, go ahead.
He turned it around and basically vilified her and only her. And he's like, it's bros first. And, I was like, you know what? You're probably right. I said, but I'm telling you, man, she's going to do it to you. She did it to me. She did it to whomever else. Sure enough, she did.
Yeah. So I was talking to my daughter about this, and she said that one of her, friends had a guy that cheated, right? She was dating him, but the girl that was cheated on, is always mad at the girl he cheats with.
Right.
When really, it's not the person he's cheating with that's the problem.
Right.
It's him. He's the common denominator. And if you're going to have a frustration, you need to first have a frustration with your own self, that you're in the situation, that you continue to stay in that situation. And then it is, he knows he's in a relationship. Who knows if the other person, because who knows what he's told them, right?
Correct, right. You don't know until
you don't know. He could be saying that he's single or in an open relationship or whatever.
Right. Happens all the time. And then, of course, there's, the people who accept it and they just say, all right, well, whatever. Again, every single case has got to be different levels of whatever infraction you want to call it.
Right.
Happened one more time. The girl was going off to college. Couldn't figure out how to break up with me, and that's how she did it. She figured, I'll piss him off. He'll break up with me. It'll be clean.
Fair enough.
Young girl.
Yeah.
And I figured I just kind of...
Yeah, well, it was successful.
It was.
I mean, she just went straight to the top.
Right.
She didn't mess around.
Severed the tie, yeah. And well, I was still kind of understanding about it. I mean, at that point, I was meeting a lot of women, and it really sucks when you have to pass up on all these women throwing themselves at you. But I think a lot of that comes from that confidence of, I've got a woman and I don't look desperate.
Yeah.
So there's I'm carrying myself with a lot more confidence. Like, I don't need you, and I'm not hounding you.
Right.
So I'm kind of, not really even playing aloof or cool, but to them, it's like, oh, all right, he's not paying enough attention to me. Let me ramp it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But, when I was good, I was good. And, I was like, well, damn it, I could have had all these other women. And I passed on him. That's what really pissed me off about it. Because it's like, at least if I knew it was a level playing field.
Sure.
Give me a fair shot, Let me know what's up. And this way, if someone's throwing themselves at me, I could say, well, I can make an educated decision now.
Sure.
On all the facts I'm given. See, to me, it's just, I made it more clinical. But were my feelings hurt? I don't really know. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Again, I think men and women are a little bit different. Not all the time, but women obviously react different in, I think, any capacity, any situation.
Right.
You probably overthink a lot of things. You probably go through every scenario of why this happened. Now, when a woman does it, I know there are different reasons. Usually.
Right. Yeah. When a woman cheats versus a man, absolutely. Typically, that woman cheats because not always, but often, the woman cheats because she's just missing something in that relationship. He's not paying attention to her. He doesn't tell her that he loves her or that she's sexy or whatever those things are. So that woman is out searching for that fill me up stuff. That's often. Women don't just, some do. I have a couple of friends, but women don't typically go cheat because they just want sex.
Right.
Now, again, I have a couple that do that, but on the average,
Right. With a man, it's a lot more physical, and it's attention. It's, if he's getting attention from a woman,
And he probably is not getting that kind of attention from the woman at home.
Right. He could just be what, we used to call whoremongers, or just,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what's PC anymore. So just realize I'm using terms that I know. And again, not that I care so much about PC terms, but I'm not trying to, characterize anybody, male or female, as being a hooah. I'm just saying a hooah.
A hooah.
That's how we say it out in the boroughs. Hooah.
Okay.
But no, it's just, it's different. Men react differently than women do, obviously.
Yeah, and I always have a question about this when someone does choose to cheat instead of finalize things in a different way, because again, there's a little bit of an issue here. So if one has worked hard to be, I don't know, maybe trustworthy, honest, forthright, those kind of things, and then you cheat, the problem is that one action, even if it's one time, that one action, that one time, now everyone around you now questions if they can trust you.
Right.
Are you a cheater in other ways? You've now just ruined everything you've worked for all these years simply because you chose not to use communication, or you chose to not say, hey, things aren't working out. We're going to take a break.
Right.
Or whatever those things are. In my opinion, my shallow opinion, cheating is the worst step you can take, because it doesn't just affect you personally in your personal relationships. It makes people consider, is this person also this way in business?
Right. Well, trust and reputation are two of the hardest things to regain in full, without people always questioning, well, you did this once. Is it, are you being legit this time?
That's right.
So, that is, it takes a lifetime to build up and a moment to tear down, which isn't fair, but life isn't fair.
Right. And it's just sort of like what you said about the girl and your guy friend, right? Your belief, which was correct, but your belief was, if she's doing it to me, she will do it to you, because her reputation is she cheats, right?
And I got her the same way. I think she was stepping on somebody else. Yeah,
cheating is, in my shallow opinion, one of the worst decisions you can make if your goal is to be somebody that people respect. If your goal is to be somebody people trust your word, if that's what your goal is, to be that type of person, cheating, like you said, it will ruin it in just moments.
Right. The funny thing is, again, we talked about last week or a couple of weeks ago, I'm not sure when it was, normalizing certain behavior where it used to be underground. And now things are mainstream, like Ashley Madison, some of these sites where it's not only encouraged, it's like it's showcasing. Here, if you want to step out, here's a website for you. We'll make it easy. Pay a small membership or whatever, and here you go. It's like picking from a menu. It's like going to Amsterdam and picking out a girl from a brothel. It's just simple.
Yeah.
And I'm not characterizing these women as brothel women. I'm just saying the access is right there.
Yeah.
And it's like, just put your credit card in. Now, how does that work? If you put your credit card in, like, you'd have to be kind of beyond cavalier or brazen. That's like reckless and suicidal almost.
Yeah. I mean, if that other person's going to see the bill statement at home.
I wonder how that comes in. Like, they've got to have like a parent name on there or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. Some miscellaneous, like in business, it's always a miscellaneous charge.
Oh.
Any dalliance or any type of, when you go to Vegas or you go to places where there are conventions.
Really?
And if they go to a strip club or they go, if there are escorts involved, historically on those expense accounts and the company's paying for it, that's the best part.
I didn't know that.
They're, itemized as
Look at all the things
miscellaneous
you teach
expenses.
me.
See that?
I know. So valuable.
You were such a innocent, pure creature before you met me. No,
really?
And now you can't unsee any of it.
I know it. I know. I don't know.
And if you buy that, I really have shown Sid some of the New York versions of things I'm sure you already knew. But, things,
Like what?
Oh, I can't even think of anything off the top of my head. I guess different ways to express yourself if somebody pisses you off.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of that.
Different varieties. You now have an arsenal of ways to rebut if somebody's rude to you.
Yeah. I didn't know a lot of them.
Well, now I do. You know them. You go home with new weapons in your arsenal.
Very important.
Listen, it's a survival technique out here. New York is not a place for the weak.
Gosh.
Eat or be eaten.
I know
like the ocean with the fish.
Yeah. I do love it, though.
It is a great city, isn't it?
I love it.
Well, we love having you. And once I make my way out west, I'm going to be at your mercy. So I'll be looking up at the mountains. And I didn't understand or realize just how high the elevation is where you are.
Yeah.
Taking a left turn.
It's beautiful. It's like 6,100.
Higher than Denver.
I think so.
Mile high, 5,200. That's crazy. So we literally took a left turn out west. See that? Again, we need to sponsor that.
I know.
We're for sale. We're not cheap. Or we're not easy. No, how is it?
We're not cheap. We're not easy.
We're not cheap. We're not easy. We're easy, not
What?
cheap.
Shoot. Yeah.
That's it.
What are we?
I don't know. I lost track. I don't know what we are anymore. I don't think they know.
I know.
I don't think they care at this point.
No, and we're just saying don't choose to cheat first.
Right.
But,
Ask questions, communicate.
Yeah, ask questions, communicate, take ownership, have discussions, those types of things. I don't think it's very difficult. But
And I know a lot of times it's easier said than done, and nobody's judging anybody, but, there's always repercussions, and there's always, as we mentioned, just issues that may be repaired, they may not.
Yeah, and again, it is all about the destination, right? And I want to stress this with just life in general. It's the getting in the car with no destination. When you get in your car and you just drive, you're aimlessly driving, wasting gas.
Or a questionable destination.
Yeah, or a questionable, like, I'm not sure if I'm going to go get groceries.
Yeah.
So
Shouldn't be going here, but I'm going.
Yeah, but I'm going. So it's just how life works. So you have to have that feeling and that understanding of who are you? Where are you heading? What's the destination for yourself? How do I want to feel about myself? How do I want to be known? How do I want to respect myself for myself? And then once you know where you're heading, you then take the things that equal that, put it in the journey, and now you're creating a path to where you're heading. But most people don't take enough time to determine what is it you want in life? Who are you? What is it that's valuable to you? How do you want to value yourself in your life? All of those questions. They don't ask those questions. And then they wonder why, again, like getting in your car and being just amazed that you didn't make it to the mall, even though you did not really set the destination as the mall. But then I'm like, why didn't I get to the mall? I mean, I thought about the mall. I thought I might like to go. It's really being deliberate about life.
What is the over-under on any given week that Sid won't have an opinion on something? I'm just wondering what the Vegas odds are.
Well, I try to wait.
You do. You sit, you lie in the weeds, and you like a crocodile, right?
No, lioness.
Lioness. There you go.
A lioness, because one of my friends, where I used to design, said that that's my spirit animal.
A lioness.
A lioness, and she says, "'Cause Sid, you'll sit back, like she goes, I can see you out in the African desert or something. You'll be laying on the ground and you're watching the habits of all of the animals. You're watching. You're not pouncing. You're not doing anything. You're just watching. Then as you get a little more hungry, you'll get up. You kind of pace, but you're not making an error." She's right. You're watching. Where are they making their errors? When is the moment? And she goes, when you're ready to pounce, you're not just
aimlessly pouncing.
No.
It's calculated. You know. You've done your homework.
I've done my research. I know who's hurting. If I'm talking about the lioness out in
You can exploit
Africa.
the injuries. And the wounds.
I'm aware of who's hurt, who's young, who's old. Yeah.
It's a savage world out there in the jungle. It's ruthless.
But I learned that from, when I was training for the Olympics in gymnastics and soccer. That
You have to have that killer instinct.
yeah, you
Exploit the weakness.
don't do things just half-heartedly, especially in gymnastics, because every skill that you're doing, it can take your life literally. Right. And you don't get up on the beam and get ready to do a skill and wonder in your head, oh my gosh, can I do it?
Can I do it? Yeah. If you're not completely sure.
No, then you better get off the beam.
Right.
And if you can't,
Not a place to be wishy-washy.
nope. And if you can't step up to your skill on any event, which is also life, if you can't step up and visualize what it is you're going to do flawlessly in your head, meaning if you visualize that skill and you visualize it having an error, like seeing yourself crash,
Right.
you're going to crash.
Because you put it in your head.
That's correct, because your body only does that which you have placed in your belief system.
Right.
So I just, tying this to cheating and or whatever else,
You brought it back in. Look at that.
it's because I'm learning from the greatest producer on earth.
Wait, you replaced me?
You.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, you. And I am just saying that that's part of helping yourself not be one of those individuals that feels like they need to cheat in order to get out of something, or that something's not working for you, or you've been treated poorly. Setting boundaries is another thing, but setting boundaries is a learned skill. By the way, we should talk about setting boundaries, but nevertheless, setting boundaries is a learned skill. And if you don't learn to set boundaries, then what you're really saying is, hey, everybody else can set boundaries for me. You just tell me how you want to treat me, and I'm going to be fine with it. So if you don't know how to set boundaries, you don't know how to get in your car and be deliberate about where you're driving, you're going to end up with a lot of trash, a lot of baggage, a lot of stuff. Like you're going to wander around buying crap all over the place that you don't even need to buy because you didn't plan on going to a particular place.
Didn't do your homework.
No.
You weren't like the lioness lying. It was. Are they in the Serengeti too? I guess.
I have no
Whatever
idea.
plane that is. Yeah.
But she hit the nail on the head. I would say a lioness. And the lioness, she doesn't hunt alone. She's team oriented. She's going to teach and coach her team to be patient, to work as a team. Just because the team is stronger than the single individual.
And you've been that coach. You've been that life coach, the soccer coach, the business coach.
Yeah, gymnastics coach.
Choreography.
Love it. Yes. I love helping people to empower their life, find ways to make life work for them, help them to find their value, their own personal value, and to help them find their brilliance. And getting back to this point, a lot of it is you have to have a destination. You can't just say, hey, I want to be happy. It's not enough. You can't say, I want to be a good person or I want to be successful. There has to be a journey, meaning things that are put into place that get you to that thing. So in order to be a more pulled together, balanced, inspired individual, one of the very first things is gratitude, and then decide what you want. And there is another great topic. Many people do not know how to determine what they want. It's interesting, but they don't. And there's a skill to determining.
Surely. Well, guess what I'm going to tell you next?
I know it.
We did it again.
I know.
Deb from Roanoke, you're fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Email us after this show. We have something special for you. And the rest of y'all, we're talking about Virginia. I just figured, when in Rome, when in Virginia,
Yeah.
definitely get the pecan pie.
Oh my gosh.
Hit up the Bob Evans for sure.
Yeah.
Or the Waffle House. You ever been to a Waffle House?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry. Thanks.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Well, we are signing off, so I don't know. If there's a Waffle House in New York, we will find it tonight.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
But just like all the other shows, if you have a question, email us. Weigh in. Tell us what's on your mind. If we can answer it with our opinions, our
Never
shallow
factual.
opinions, as Sid puts it, we'll be happy to at least discuss it on the air.
Yeah.
RayandSidShow@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And if nothing else in life, well, I can't say nothing else in life. It's a big, big deal. Your mantra, your mission statement should be, dare to be better.
With Ray and Sid.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for checking us out. If you enjoyed the show, like the video, subscribe to this channel, and please tell your friends. We'd also love it if you headed over to daretobebettershow.com for tons of cool photos, extras, and a chance to shop for some sweet show swag. Say that 5 times fast. I could barely say it once. If you keep coming, we'll keep delivering. Thanks again.